Hi everybody, hope you guys are doing great. Hope you all are doing amazing. Okay, today being 23rd in the month of June 2025, are you actually looking to buy or sell US oil today? Okay, I know most of the traders you're looking out to buy US oil because of the fact that we are having this issue of US, Iran, Iraq war, and Israel war. Okay, so it has actually made a lot of sentiment around US oil. People are looking out to actually buy US oil, but then you as a trader, what were you looking at to? I know you were looking out to buy US oil today. A lot of people were bullish on US oil, but then something was happening. When people were looking out to buy, I was looking out to sell. When they were also looking out to sell, I was looking out to buy. I'm going to do two analysis on this US oil. First of all, we're going to start from the origin, the first, the where the buy started. Okay, we are going to go through that. Then we'll go to the what is happening right now on US oil technically. Okay, first of all, there was a news that came out that was today, 23rd of 23rd of June 2025, that Iran parliament vote to close Strait of Hormuz after US strike. Of course, that's harbor or that particular location. We have about 20% of world oil, estimated as about 17 to 19 million barrels per day, passes through that route. Okay, so them closing that particular border, that particular route, it will make it difficult for other nations to access oil, and that will make the price of oil to actually skyrocket. Okay, and now a lot of people are looking out to buy oil, but then technically we are looking out to buy oil from this high. Okay, a lot of people are bullish. A lot of people are bullish on US oil. They were buying from here. But then the smart money was not actually looking out to buy from here. They know that they're going to buy. They know they're going to move the market to a very high price. But then it is not economically wise to actually buy from here. So they were actually waiting for retail traders to dump money to put in their buy position so that they can be able to grab it as liquidity and move price to where they want to move price before pushing it up. So how do you trade like a smart money? How do you trade US oil like a smart money, like the institutions? I am going to teach you how to do that on this video right now. We're going to go to the chart. I will teach you how to do it the right way. How to do it the right way, even though you don't have access to information. And what I want you guys to know is this. Please do not pay more attention to fundamentals. Stick to your strategy. Stick to your technicals. If your technical is right, you don't have issue with fundamentals. Because if you're doing your backtesting, do you consider fundamentals? All those your backtesting data, do you consider fundamentals? Those your wins and losses you had during your backtesting. Do you look at, oh, we had the oil price crashed so date so year ago, and that was why I had this buy, and that was why my buy was actually was a winning trade. Do you look at those information when you're doing your backtesting? If you don't consider fundamentals when you're doing your backtesting, you're getting all those wins and losses, then why are you considering fundamentals when you're doing your retrading? It doesn't really, it's kind of dumb, right? So look at the technical. If your technical is right, you don't have issue, you don't have problem with fundamentals, because most of the fundamental data, they're already been priced in. The institutions, they know where they want to move price to. So whatever the news is saying, they already know where they want to move price to. So there is always a story. They will always come up with a story. That is it. There's always going to be a story for why oil was bullish sentimentally, and then it was actually selling on the forex market. What was going on? They will come up with a news. There's always a news behind every move in the market. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Henry the Great, and I talk about finance, talk about forex, I talk about harmonic patterns with combination of smart money concept, how to actually trade like the institutions. A strategy that gives you clarity, confidence, execution for you to be able to trade profitably and confidence in the forex markets. So I talk about trading in general. I give out trading tips, and I help struggling traders to actually become profitable, have clear direction in the market. So if you're new to the channel, you're going to gain a lot of value from actually watching my video, because my video is practical. practical. We do everything practical. There is no guesswork. So I'm going to share my screen right now. I have a desktop, so my face is going to be looking this way, where I talk about this trade that is happening right now on US oil. Okay, so you can see that I have a 4 lot size position on US oil. You can know how much that is. I don't want to show you guys my all order because I don't want to, that it doesn't really help anyone. Just look at the trading that is going on. I think this one will help you to be convinced that I'm actually taking the trade and it's actually profitable. So let's go to the chart. Let me teach you guys how to trade like the institutions using my strategy right now. Okay, so now let me remove all of this. Okay, so we are now going to the meat and gritty of everything. So I'm going to enlarge my screen. I'll use F11 on my screen, F11 to enlarge everything. Now look at the strategy here. So this is, let me just give you guys a broader overview of what we are doing here. We trade harmonic patterns with a combination of smart money concept. Okay, so what we are doing here is that we are looking for M's and W patterns, and these are measured moves. You use Fibonacci to measure them, and each of the measurements has its own specific name and specific structure. Okay, so now we are looking at for a pattern of this form. This could be what we call a bullish crab. Okay, now we are looking at to buy from here when everybody was actually bearish on this asset, because it's a measured move. This particular pattern has hit a key level that is in alignment with weekly key level. Okay, and then it aligns with a specific Fibonacci level. Now, specific Fibonacci level, pattern that is recognizable as a harmonic pattern, key level that is valid on the higher time frame, that gives us a high probability setup. Does that make sense? So we're looking at to do or to buy when everybody was actually bearish. They're looking out for retracement and continue to sell. They didn't actually know that the sell has come to an end. The price have come towards a weekly key level. Although your continuation trend has come to an end because price have come to a weekly key level. Institutions are maybe looking at to reverse the market without you knowing. So those your continuation trade has come to an end when price hit a higher time frame key level. You have to wait to know if actually that level will be broken or be respected. Now in this instance, it was respected because of the fact that we have a valid harmonic pattern alignment with that key level, and then we had a confirmation using smart money concept for us to do what? For us to buy. Now, the same thing when we are looking at to sell, we are looking to see a kind of a W pattern of this form. It could be any of them. Of course, you're going to learn all of them if you actually join our community anyway. Now, we are looking at to sell from here. We are looking at to do what? To sell from here. Now, of course, nothing is guaranteed. There are sometimes this does not work, but most of the time, we are talking about 98% win rate. Yes. Harmonic pattern has been a long time, decades, hundreds of years, the inception of the financial market. So it's not today's thing. It's been there for ages. So we are talking about something that the old technicians have actually backtested. Chadaos, WH Gang, okay, horse cycles. Most of those guys have died for a long time ago. We are talking about this. This is what they use. This is what we trade. So we are talking about something that has been proven to work in the financial market and in the stock market and crypto, any other market. So this is a measured move. Okay, now this price have hit a key level on the higher time frame. That your continuation trade, that your bullish continuation trade has come to an end because price have hit what? A weekly higher time frame key level. So you have to wait to know if actually this level will be respected or be broken. Are you getting clarity on what I'm explaining right now? Now, because this is a measured move, we are looking at for what? To sell. When everybody was busy bullish and looking at to buy, we are looking at to sell with the institutions, because of course, this is how everything is a mathematically represented, is a mathematically programmed market. Everything that happens here happens with time, and it has been programmed to happen. Okay, so that is what we trade. So we buy low and we sell high. Now let's go to US oil. With this explanation, we're not going to waste much time on US oil now. So let's go to US oil. Let's start from the bullish. Let's start from the buy that happened on US oil before this sell. Let's start from the buy. Let me just close this. And you're going to see how my chart is always very clean. Okay, let me just close all of this. Let me just Let me close this. Let me close this. Let me close everything. Let's start from the weekly time frame. Okay. Let's start from the weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, we had a buy. Now, when price was bullish, was actually selling massively. US oil was selling massively. It was selling massively. We were actually on the sell anyway. I don't want to go into that sell that happened. It's going to take a lot of time. So everybody was actually bearish. Everybody was selling. We are all selling US oil. US oil is going to the bottom. It's going to hit a rock bottom and this and that. There were a lot of sentiment. That's why don't pay attention to all those sentiments. So I was busy looking at higher time frame key levels, because the institutions that we are actually selling to you, when they are ready to buy, they will collect all the money that they gave to you. Yes, because that sell you are taking, somebody is actually selling to you. Okay, that buy you are buying, somebody is selling to you. That sell you are selling, you are buying from somebody. So when the smart money that you are buying from, when they are ready to actually do their own thing, they will also come to you and then they will take you. Of course, whether you like it or not, they will do that. So when the retail traders were all busy and they were all busy selling, I came to the higher time frame. I was looking at for higher time frame key level, and I saw one with inducement liquidity. That is the smart money now. Now we saw a key level here. This is a key level, okay? This is a key level of what? Fair value gap. That's what we call fair value gap. Let me see if I can increase my screen. Good. This is what we call what? Fair value gap. Now, you see this structure that happened here? This is what we call structural liquidity, but it's an inducement. They are going to induce early buyers, of course. So this will induce early buyers. Price will take it out and then fill this imbalance. So that is the key level. So we have identified a key level, okay? We have done what? Identified a key level. So that is it. And you can see how price came to this key level. So the minute we identified this key level, what was the next thing we did? The next thing we did was to do what? To identify a valid harmonic pattern that is in alignment with that key level. If there is no harmonic pattern alignment with that key level, there is no trading opportunity. We move to another pair or another asset. There is nothing. You don't need to stress yourself. So you have to be very disciplined, okay? So now there was a harmonic pattern alignment with that key level. It was actually a bullish crab. In fact, we had two. We had a bullish butterfly pattern and a bullish crab. I went with a bullish crab. I don't want to waste much time on this video, okay? But I want to be more detailed so you can understand what I'm talking about. Now, what is the value? What is the measurement? What is actually the value of a crab pattern? What is the Fibonacci value of a crab pattern? We're looking at a B point of what? Between 0.382 and 0.618, and then the D, which is the PRZ, potential reversal zone, we're looking at what? 1.618. And then we have other measurements, which of course is not actually compulsory once you've gotten your B point and your D leg. So you put a Fibonacci level from this point to this point, and then you drag it to this extreme. Look at where price actually respected that key level. Look at it very well. At where? 1.618. You can see how price tested at 1.618. Feel that imbalance. And then what happened here? Price also respected what? 0.618. And you can see how price came there. It came right there. It came right there. We had that obvious rejection at what? 0.618. 0.618. You can see what happened there. 0.618 and then D leg 1.618. Voila, you have a confirmed harmonic pattern. You have a confirmed harmonic pattern. So what we now have to now do is to actually wait for confirmation to know if this reversal is going to hold. So to do that, all we have to do is to scale down to the lower time frame. So we'll go down to the 1 hour time frame to 15 minutes time frame and wait for what we call structure shift. Of course, you can know that we are actually bearish. So you have to wait for price you have to wait for the order flow to change from bearish to bullish for you to actually do what? But it's as simple as that. Valid key level, valid harmonic pattern, structure shift. Take your entry. And that is all. So what we did was actually not ordinary. What we did was to wait for what? Structure shift. As price hits this key level, how do you identify structure shift? Wait for the first structure, the first high to be taken out. Of course, you can see that price took out this high. Okay, and then we'll have what we call change of character smart money. We'll have what we call change of character, meaning that price is actually changing momentum from what? From bearish to bullish. Okay, I can increase that for you guys to see clearly. We'll have the candle close, which is actually valid. Okay, so the next thing we have to now do is to actually map out our level of demand that caused that shift in market order flow, and this was the level of demand that caused that. Okay, so this was the demand that caused that shift in market order flow, and then we also had the supply level that price actually reacted from. It reacted from this level of supply. That was where price reacted from before we had that. Actually, we have that shift. Okay, so what happened here when price came here? Now we also have what we call a scaling trade. We'll have what we call a scaling trade. You can see that this is what we call a bullish bat pattern, okay, of 0.886. Okay, I'm actually going to go to a higher time frame so I can see the candles very well. Okay, I don't want to waste much time, like I said, but I need to be more detailed for you guys understand what I'm doing. Now, this place has to be between 0.382 and 0.5. Let's add 0.5 and 0.382. 0.332. Good. You can see our price tested at 0.332. For bat pattern, we have a tolerance level of B point of 5%. Okay, so that was what happened there. So we got this pattern. We have, okay, fine. We have a scaling trade, of course. On the higher time frame, we have a valid crab pattern. Then on the lower time frame, we also had what? A valid bat pattern. You can see that this is actually 0.886. You can see price actually tested at 0.886. And then we actually start to see what? A bullish. Now, since we have already had a change in market order flow, all we did was to actually take our long position 2. We'll take our entry from here, could be from this level, and then stop loss below this point. And then for target, of course, we'll have our target for this setup. For this particular one, our entry was from here, from that 0.886, since it's a scaling trade, and then our target was actually that level, and then stop loss was below here. Okay. Now, for the main trade, which is of course which is this the swing setup, we actually had the take profit level. Entry was from there. Then take profit level actually is a way too high. You can see the same risk but different take profit levels. Now you know what one lot size on a good on US oil trade can actually do for you. Okay, now let's look at the target. Target was actually achieved at 0.618. Now, target is from XA, from A to D. You measure it from A to D, from this A point to this down point. Now, target is at what? 0.618. Let me increase that for you guys. 0.6. You can see our price hit that 0.618, and then we got that reversal from there. You can see how clean that was. So that was how we achieved massive profit on that particular buy. Now everybody was looking out to sell. We are looking at to buy, and that was how we achieved that. Now let's go to the main trade of today, which is actually the sell that's going on. Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you enjoying what I'm talking about? Hope you're gaining value from this video. So our strategy works on any market at all. Okay, so I hope you're gaining value from this video. Valid higher time frame key level, valid harmonic pattern, smart money structural shift, and entry based on inducement. Okay, so now let's look at the sell that happened today. Now let's start from the weekly time frame. Remember what I said before? Valid weekly what? Key level. Now let's go to the weekly time frame. What are you seeing here on the weekly time frame? We had what? A valid weekly order block. Do you know what it means to have an order block on the weekly time frame? Do you know what it means? Order block on the weekly time frame. Now it takes huge candles for that thing to form. So price cannot just trade above it like that. It cannot. No matter how you want to do it, there is no way price will just trade above a weekly order block just like that. It's not possible. It's a valid key level. Okay, good. So we had this valid what? Higher time frame what? Key level, which is actually a valid what? Order block on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame. Okay. So now when I saw that, and I've already taken profit for the buy. So when I saw that, I said, okay, fine, let's go to the lower time frame to see if we have a valid harmonic pattern alignment with that key level. Is it really making sense right now? And we're looking out for what? A W pattern of the pattern of this form. We're looking out for something like this. Okay, and then we sell from here. And it happened when everybody was bullish on US oil. Everybody was bullish. Yeah, Iran, Israel war, US in getting involved. Everyone was bullish. Oil region, oil countries oil is going to be very bullish, bullish, bullish. If you go to the media, what you'll be hearing bullish, bullish, bullish. It's buy, buy. I'm long, I'm buy. Don't do that. Focus on your technicals. Let the fundamentals do their work. Okay. Good. So we have gotten that. Let's go down to lower time frame. Let's start to see if we have any kind of that. Now look closely. Look closely. Are you seeing that? I've actually seen one. Use your part 2. You can mark them out. Mark all the retracement and extensions you have. Mark all of them out. Good. Now use your Fibonacci level from this point to this point and draw it out. You can see that price hit that 8 axis. Remember the 8 axis of the bat, of the bullish bat. Okay, remember the 8 axis of the bullish bat we just saw now. You can see our price tested at 0. At that tip, tested it that 0.8 axis. Okay, remember that. And then also remember that price also tested what? 0. What? This should be 0.382. Even we don't even need to add the 5% tolerance level. 0.382 was actually a hit. 0.382 was actually a hit. It was actually a hit. Okay, good. When am I typing 9? 0.382. Great. So price actually tested at 0. What? At that tip, you can see how price tested 0.382. Good. So what are we looking at for here? A valid what? Bearish bat. So all you have to now do is use your SABCD tool from this high to this low to this high. This level is 0.886, which is actually the measurement of A to B of C, 0.886, and here we're looking at what? 0.886 as well. Okay, great. You can see how I've been able to get this valid what? Set up. Now, what is the next thing for us to do? The next thing for us to now do is to map out our entry and our target. Now, for entry and target, use your A to measure from A to D here. So I've gotten what? 0.382, which is our first take profit level. You move your stop loss to break even and then take partial profit. Now, final target is at what? 0.618. So this is our final target for this trade here. And you can see that that is also a very, very good level for us to also take what? Profit. You can see that is a very strong level that price could actually get to, or 0.5. Now we have been able to make enough profit from this trade. Now, how do we take this trade? We go down to lower time frame to look at for what? Structure shift. To look at for structure shift. Now, I saw something. Price was bullish, and then all of a sudden we had something like this, very tiny. You know, you may not even see it clearly. It's very, very tiny. It will do something like this. Okay. The structure have changed, yo. It has changed, yo. Now, except you zoom in here, you may not necessarily see that this is actually a sweep. That was what happened on USOIL. When I saw that, and I saw that price have taken out this low, I just took my entry. Now, that was what happened here. Look closely. Let me remove this. We don't even need this anymore. Let me also remove this as well. Now look at what happened here. See this high that price made. Look at what happened there. Now let me zoom in on that. Did you see that was a sweep? Did you see that this was a sweep? I hope you are really gaining value. I hope you are gaining value. Now what we now need to do is simple. That last structure that price created before that sweep, which is this one, is your chalk. If you go down to 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame, even 1 minute time frame, you're going to see that was a valid pullback. It's a valid pullback in the market, and it is now your change of character. Now you can see how price came and filled this imbalance. That is your entry. As simple as that. So you are seeing those profits. This was how we arrived at that profit you are seeing there. Valid key level, valid harmonic pattern, alignment with key level, structural shift, take your entry. Target, stop loss, everything is given to you. And that was how we smashed USOIL from top to bottom. this will bring us to the end of this video, guys, and I hope you guys gain value from this video. Okay, I hope you all gain value from this video. I'm actually going to adjust my take profit level. I think I made a mistake on that. Let me go back again and do it clearly. Take profit level is supposed to be 0.0. Let me do that clearly for you guys to see. So if I use my and this is actually going to be here. Okay, let me adjust that. I think I didn't get that clearly. Okay, so profit level is this 6 strip, so that's the profit level. Let me adjust that. Double click. Take profit level 6.3. Good, great. So that's our final target on this trade. Okay, so this will bring us to the end of this video, guys, and I hope you guys have gained value. So if this video actually helped you in any way, consider subscribing to the channel. It will help to, it will help you and I. First of all, it will help you to also help me as well. It also helps other people to share the video so that others will learn what you are actually learning as well. Okay, so my name is Henry the Great. I talk about harmonic trading. I talk about forex trading, cryptocurrency trading, synthetic indices. It works. Okay, we also have a community where you can actually learn how to fish yourself. We also have a signal group where you can as well take our signals. So check the link below this video to actually whether you want to join our trading community to learn how we trade, you can as well join us. If you want to join our signal group, there's a link below this video to also join us. So I wish you guys all the best, and I hope this video have helped you in one way or the other. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It will really help me. I will really appreciate it. It will help me to actually produce quality videos like this in the future. So this will be all for now, guys, on USOIL. I'll catch you guys on another episode of another asset. So till then, guys, and I love you guys, and then bye for now, guys.